Hello, welcome back to This Could Have Been a Voice Note. Listen to this poll. I'm it's 5:38 in the morning. I'm on my way to fucking work, right? Why? I had a mason jar on my car from yesterday with some coffee in it because the coffee was tasting a little nasty yesterday. So I left it in the car all day and night. I'm like, okay, and I got a new mason jar today because every day I just bring a new mason jar and then whatever. So I got a new mason jar today. I'm pouring out the other coffee so I can throw the cup on the floor in the car. And I felt something touch my hand, immediately dropped everything. I was like, I'm not doing this. I looked down on the ground. Why is the biggest water bug on the planet? How the fuck did it even get in my car to get in my coffee? And then I'm like, okay, well, maybe it wasn't in there, and I'm just like, it would just happen to be right there on the ground where I was pouring, but at the end of the day, what the fuck touched my hand? So now I'm riding in my car freaked out because there might be bugs in there. It's so gross because one time there was like a bug that flew in my car. Like a weird bug flew in my car when I opened the door. And I was driving and I seen it. Immediately threw this car and parked and jumped out this car. I called my man. I'm like, come down the street. I was down the street. It don't matter how far away I was. He was going to have to come regardless. But, like, come down the street. I need help. I need help. I need help. I'm going to die. And obviously, I know how to pick him. So the man got his ass up. Came down there and killed the bug so I could go on with my life. So scary. Okay, I'm heading to work. Fuck me. I'm heading to work. And I scrolled through my phone. And I just seen this TikTok about this guy. Oh my god, I think there's bugs in here. This guy is talking about his now he's making a joke about military people and blah 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 blah. And he was saying one of the guys, like it was the same guy, but in one of the parts of his damn video, he was talking about how he said that his dad used to bang his head against his dad used to headbutt him or something, and told him if his school got stronger, he would be smarter. And that made me remember the last time I ever got an ass whooping by my dad. Because after my dad tried to give me that little ass whooping, he didn't ever to touch me again. Because I'm not playing with you. Because he would, I don't even remember what the fuck he thought he would. I don't even know who he felt like. Bitch, I'm 12, 13, 14, 15. I don't even know how old the fuck I was. I just knew I was too old to be getting motherfucking whoopings. Now, I feel like I was like 12, 13, something like that. I think it was when I first moved back with my dad. So I was like 12 or something. But I remember he had came in the room with a belt and started hitting me with the belt. I kid you not. Me and this man made eye contact the whole time. I'm looking at him. He looking at me. I ain't not dropped one tear. I ain't dropped not one facial expression. We just looking at each other. Like, is you done yet? That's what I said, are you done yet? I know that pissed him off even more. Because parents love to have control of you. And they stop whooping you once you stop showing them they got that control. Girl, I was so fucking bad. I ain't had no control. What the fuck you think I'm living with you now for? Ain't bad. You ain't seen me how long and I'm back living with you. It's because I'm bad. And my mother's a fucking psycho. But I'm bad. Like... Because I think after I had got out of jail when I was like 11, and then they sent me to go live with him after that. But it's not because I went to jail. It's because I'm bad. But I'm just like, I really live with him because my mama crazy. Because now it sounds like I was just the biggest delinquent on the planet, and I was living with him because I was getting like structure or something, and then I fucking punked him out of giving me whoopings. No. My mother was a fucking dude, and I just happened to go to jail, and then I got out of jail, and then, yeah, there was like a little pause in between, and then I was living with my dad. But anyway, yeah, I don't know why he thought he can give me a whooping at 11, 12. I was like 12, 13 years old. I don't know why he thought he can give me some whooping. Like, I don't even look like the type of bitch to get whooped. Like, please. And then, I think after that, he decided he just putting hands on hoes. That's what he decided. After that, he decided he whooping hoes. I remember one time I was in the bathroom. I'm not in the bathroom. Me and my brother, we missed the motherfucking school bus. And then my dad, he was like, why'd you guys miss the school bus? Blah, 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 blah. Asking us straight questions. So I'm like, I'm answering the questions. I'm like, da 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 da. He's like, shut the fuck up. I'm not asking you no motherfucking question. I'm making statements. And I'm like, and then me being a smart ass, I told him, I was like, well, if you were making statements, you wouldn't have said why. You know, because there's keywords that indicate statements and questions, and you definitely were asking us questions. So there's no reason you should be mad that we're answering them. And then he turned around. He's so hot. He hot as fuck because I'm just sitting there, my little ass, smart ass. I'm schooling the fuck out of this nigga right now. Because who you think you is coming and screaming at us? We already missed the school bus, ho. Now you ain't here. You screaming at us. Talking about you saying statements when you asking questions. But girl, when I tell you that man snatched me up, he gripped my hair, yanked me to the floor. I said, oh, now I gotta give you the same special I have to give my brother. Because I put the work on that nigga. Both of them, I always put the work on both of them. Because I don't understand why they think they can touch me. I'm just a girl. Don't touch me. You're fucking in your 40s, nigga. You're big. I'm not little, but I was little then. Don't ever touch me. I don't understand why they always thought they could touch me. I don't care if you my parents or brothers and who's. Don't touch me. Girl, he blew the fuck out of me when he did that. And I had a bald spot. But I promise you he had some too. Because he had locks. I'm like, if we want to pull hair, we can pull hair. Pull hair whole time. It's not my fault your scalp ain't tight. Your scalp ain't holding on to them hair follicles. That's your issue. Because now you don't got them hair follicles. And every single time, I don't know why he continued to beef with me, knowing every single time I ripped. One time I went to jail with his hair in my pocket. I pulled up to the jail. I put the hair in my pocket so he couldn't reattach them locks. I said, nah, nigga. I went to the jail. The bitch goes into my pocket. She said, what you want to do with this? I said, here, let me throw it in the trash. Let me throw it in the trash. And she did. She let me throw it away. So there you go. And I was in jail for a month that time. And it was because of him too. Because why he refused to pick me up from the jail. The jail was about to... Because I was never supposed to go to jail. He called the police on me. Oh my God. He was mad at me. Because I had... because something with his son. Something to do with his son. Because I don't claim his son. Something to do with his son. He threw my boots outside. I go out there to get my boots. He all mad. Now he want to start he pushed me into the gate. We had a little gate in front door. He pushed me into the gate and shit. And I'm just like, all right, now you're doing too much. Now we beefing and fighting. Now we wrestle on the ground. Because lo and behold, a bitch like me was a wrestler in high school. You're not putting me down, ho. So, hold on. Yeah, anyway, a bitch like me was a wrestler in high school. You're not putting me down. So, we on the floor wrestling shit. I'm pulling out every last hair follicle this nigga ever seen. Every last one, okay? And fucking, he gonna call the police, talking about some, this girl in here, she's trying to kill me, and she has a knife, and I'm a bitch. Basically, that's what he went up on there and said, because a bitch like me ain't never had a knife. At that moment, I was not trying to kill him. Bitch, you put your hands on me first. Like, why do you think that you above the law and you could just hit me up willy-nilly? Why people think that shit? So then I'm like, okay, cool. So the police come. I was never supposed to go to jail. The police took me to jail because they wanted to keep the peace and separate us. Okay, cool. So you took me to jail to keep the peace and separate us, but never knew I was never gonna have a ride home. Why take that nigga to jail? Why they didn't take that nigga to jail? He would have had a way home. Like, he refused to pick me up. They booked me. Then they talk about some I'm sitting because I was sitting in that waiting cell for hours. Bitches coming down there having attacks. They're screaming and crying and banging on walls. I have to bring them down to the soft room. I gotta listen to all this shit. Like, I was so blown. And then he never came and got me. And they were like, yeah, within 3 days we'll get him on abandonment. And then I'm like, okay, cool, fuck that nigga. Then here come the bitch shit. Why he write a subpoena to the court talking about I violated probation and blah, 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 blah. So then I was in jail for a month fighting it, and guess what? A bitch like me never got no convictions. Okay, I'm saying that like I wasn't on probation. But, listen, I got out of jail a month later. Charges dropped because I was like, be for real. They already said I was never supposed to be in jail in the first place, so how the fuck did I do that? How the fuck did I do what he said when the police was already there? Because that's my thing is, why do people tell the police one thing and then try to say another thing the next day? But you already told the police something else. You already told the police something else. But yeah. I don't know why that man always thought he could fight on me. Because I left so many times. Him and my brother. But then at the same time, me and my brother used to jump. We used to jump too. Yeah. We were kind of crazy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Sub to the pod and stay nosy.